Piece of junk! Why don't you go up any hills? Ah. You're right. Just in case you did not know already, if you have a two-seater, it's going to be behind your driver's side. And it's going to be behind your driver's seat. If you have a four-seater, it's going to be on your driver's side, but it's going to be in the rear passenger seat. Okay? So the next thing you got to do, you want to remove the entire seat in order to get to your ECU. So in case you didn't know that either, you're going to, there's a handle back here, and you're basically just going to pull up and it will release your seat. Once you have released your seat from the back down here, you're basically going to push your seat back towards the back end of the machine. Once you do that, you can pretty much do it one-handed and get your seat on out, just like that. So right inside of here, in this box that you see, got your battery down there. Right in here is where your ECU is. That's the stock ECU right there. So all you're going to be doing is removing that bolt and that bolt right there, and you're going to be disconnecting these two connection points. And that's it. That is a 10 millimeter. You can just use a socket set, get those backed out. I would definitely back these out before you disengage and disconnect your connections right there with your wires. Once you have your bolts out and your ECU is free from the back, you want to take your connection and you'll see this lever that holds your connection in place. I would start with the top one first. Now when sliding these connectors off, you want to be careful because there is a push pin right there. Let's see if I can point to it. So right where the tip of my thumb is, and you may have to take a small little screwdriver just to push that down, and basically that allows your slide to move up. So there's your slide that holds your connection in place to your ECU. So you have to have that all the way up by pushing that push pin right there, and you can get these disconnected. Okay, now we're ready for the new tuned ECU. Okay, once you have your connectors off from your old ECU, you want to make sure that everything looks good on those connectors. Make sure they are free from dirt, and also take your new ECU and just make sure all those pins down in there look good, none of them's bent or anything like that. So now we're ready to put in the new ECU, and I got the tuned ECU. I'm keeping the stock one just in case for a backup. We're going to get this installed and then follow the rest of the instructions. Make sure your unit is powered off when you're doing this. Now that we have the new ECU in place, the bolts are back in place and tightened up and ready to go. We got to make sure our connectors are connected properly. So the arm needs to be horizontal instead of vertical as it was. These are a little bit of a pain to get back in, but once you have these bars all the way up, and you'll actually hear it snap when it's ready and engaged and locked back in position. All right, so with key in the ignition, okay, what you're going to do, not start it up, but you're going to turn the power on for 60 seconds. All right, and after this, we're going to shut it down for 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to power this back on, again, just on, and not start it just yet, for 60 seconds. After the 60 seconds this time, we will be starting it up for 5 minutes. After you let it run for 5 minutes, then you want to actually repeat the process, disconnect your ECU, just to be sure that everything is registered on your unit. We're beyond the 60 seconds. We're going to turn it on for 5 minutes and let it run. And again, You want to repeat this process just to be sure that your new tuned ECU or power ECU is actually going to make all your connection points and all your sensors work on your buggy. So now we just wait 5 minutes and then repeat the same process again.